Welcome to the CSI Las Vegas Intern Training Program. This course will help you prepare for actual field work by teaching you how to navigate your environment, collect and process evidence, use the lab equipment, question suspects, and get information from your fellow CSIs. To exit the training, click the options icon on the lower right at any time. This is the CSI Morgue. Al Robbins will always be here to help you conduct the postmortem examination for any investigation that has a victim. For now, we will use the objects on his table to show you how to examine evidence and how to use your forensic tools. To scan the table area, you can move your mouse cursor over the left or right edges of the screen. To examine potential evidence, move your pointer over any of the objects on the table, see the forward arrow appear, and click to get a closer look. While in this view, you can touch the mouse to the edges of the screen to look at the item from different angles. This works for the top, bottom, left and right edges of the screen. Sometimes this will reveal evidence hidden from view. You can also zoom your view in or out using the mouse wheel or by clicking the buttons on the toolbar. Notice the back button on the toolbar indicates that you can return to the previous screen. You can do this by clicking the button itself or right-clicking anywhere on the screen. Try backing up now. Now let's learn to use the tools. Again, move forward to examine one of the pieces of evidence on the table. When you're close enough to use a forensic tool from your kit, the cursor will change to a tool icon. Clicking when it's visible will bring up the tool menu. Tools are categorized into either collection or detection tools. Rolling the cursor over any of the tools gives you a brief description of its use. For a simple description of each tool, roll the mouse over it and read the tip at the bottom of the screen. For a more detailed description of each tool, click the Tool Up button. Simply click the right mouse button to back out of the tool menu. When you're close enough to use a forensic tool from your kit, the cursor will change to a tool icon. Clicking when it's visible will bring up the tool menu. You can use the gloves in your Collection Tool category tab to collect larger pieces of evidence. Select the gloves with a single click, then pick up the item by moving the cursor over it and clicking. Evidence you collect is added to your evidence folder and categorized as either trace, documents, or items. Sometimes evidence has even more evidence on it. In these cases, you can apply your tools directly to the evidence from this view. To inspect the item for more evidence, rotate the object in the viewer by touching the mouse to the edges of the screen. If you suspect there may be more evidence on it, bring up the appropriate tool. Be sure to check each item thoroughly. Usually this kind of evidence is hard to see. The descriptions of the evidence will often update throughout the case, so check them regularly. Click on an evidence icon in the toolbar to review what you know about it. To complete all required tasks in this location, collect the evidence on the table. You can use the digital camera from your Collection Tool category tab to collect visual evidence, such as bruises or spatter patterns. You can also use it to document important configurations of the crime scene, such as the victim's body position. Select the digital camera with a single click, then left-click to snap the photo. You can use the fingerprint powder in your Detection Tool category tab to dust for fingerprints on smooth surfaces like this one. Select the fingerprint powder with a single click. Activate the brush by clicking and dragging over the surface until the print is fully revealed. Once you have revealed the print using powder, you can collect it with the Adhesive Tape tool. Select Adhesive Tape under the Collection Tools tab. To apply the tape, place it over the fingerprint and click. You can use the tweezers in your Collection Tool tab to collect most small bits of evidence. Select the tweezers with a single click, then pick up the item by clicking directly over it. You have completed all required tasks in this location. This is the CSI lab. Here you can perform analyses of your evidence once you prepare it. First, you will learn to navigate the lab and other environments. From the main view in most rooms, you can touch the mouse to the left and right edges of the screen to look around the room. Now let's review the lab equipment. There are several high-tech workstations, including the computer, the comparison microscope, and the assembly table. Look at your interface bar at the bottom of the screen. It's currently set to display evidence. When you've got a piece of evidence you want to process, just click and drag it to the appropriate workstation to prepare the item. Every workstation has a specific purpose. Next, move your pointer over any of the workstations and click to get a closer look. To complete all required tasks in this location, use the comparison microscope and the laboratory computer to process your newly collected evidence. This is the comparison microscope. It's used to enlarge items for comparison. Matching bullet striations is one example. To activate the microscope, you can drag collected evidence directly onto the panes from your interface bar below. Very good. The Evidence Tagging Gameplay Assist feature helps you identify the process state of your evidence. A gray tag on the evidence icon indicates there is more to learn about it, while a red tag means the evidence has been completely analyzed. Other Gameplay Assist features can be enabled or disabled from the Game Options menu. This is the laboratory computer. It does database and internet searches for everything from fingerprints to internet addresses. Try it now. Click on the appropriate menu item to further process your newly collected evidence. You can drag evidence into a viewing pane, then click Search. Searching the computer for fingerprints, shoe prints, and tire treads will always give you a set of results, but there's no guarantee of a positive match. You'll have to visually compare the collected sample to results before you draw your conclusion. Try it now. You have completed all required tasks in this location. This is the office of Captain Jim Brass, who works with your team. His job is to do all police procedures you would need, such as get clearance for search warrants or detain suspects to interview. To ask him a question, simply click on it with your pointer.
What's up?
Notice your case file has been updated. This means information has been added to your file on a suspect or victim. View your case file by clicking on the icon in the lower right section of your screen. Click on the case file icon in the bottom right to review the new information. The case file holds a summary of everything you've learned about victims and suspects. You can view each by clicking on their corresponding tabs at the top of the screen. View your Evidence Trinity by clicking on the Evidence Trinity button. The Evidence Trinity is your guide to measuring progress. You must find evidence that links the suspect to the victim to the crime scene, and the crime scene to the suspect. And you have now completed your CSI apprentice training. Well done. Feel free to return to this training module at any time to refresh your skills. You may now return to your investigation. Click the Options button on the bottom right of the screen, then click Main Menu.
What's up?